voice, but when he died, he left his pain with me. Hey, he died, and your ass is now in the feds. I remember when Durk said on a song, in like 10 years I'll be in the feds, or in some time I'll probably be in the feds. I just thought he was talking some tough shit, but apparently he was just speaking that shit into existence. What's up, what's happening? This big K, we back in this thing. K2 Gutty sleep with El Patron, you know, the big dog on the ton. I know I'm late on this, but we gonna talk about this Schmirkio situation. Now, if you haven't seen, you've been living under a rock. Basically, an indictment came out earlier in the day, having like these, I think 3 of them were arrested, but named these 5 OTF people that basically were on some murder for hire type of shit to take out Quando Rondo. Now, sadly, as we've seen, Quando Rondo lost his cousin, Lil Pab. He passed away. It was that LA shooting that apparently they were implicated in, and they were trying to take Quando Rondo's life. And we're going to talk about it. Now, I was eventually going to cover that, but then we seen Lil Durk got caught up. Now, they try to say he was trying to flee to Italy. I believe that's what he said. He had a lot of connecting flights. Apparently, from at least what this article is saying, he was trying to flee to Italy to escape before his arrest. Now, I don't know how much of that Italy shit is true, but we all seen he was doing his thing. Now, at this point, we have to surmise they've been following him for a while. If you don't know, OTF Jam, he did like a couple years, like 12 years, whatever, got out. They give him like 50K or whatever. He held it down. He was a real one. Whatever have you. Apparently, he was wearing a wire around him for a long-ass time. Wearing a wire, collecting some information. So, he's cooperating, apparently. Again, I don't know 100%. I ain't gonna name this. If you read the indictment, basically, the indictment details that Durk put a bounty, basically, on Quando Rondo. He had like OTF cards. They were using the OTF credit cards to pay for hotels, flights, transportation, apparently weapons. Apparently, I'm not too sure on that last part. And they went to go do what they was going to do. They was paying attention to Quando Rondo. They had somebody out there that kind of knew where Quando was doing and where he would be at. They dropped his low, basically, and the people was following him. There's pics, and again, I'm not police like that, okay? There's other YouTubers that break this shit down way more better and have all the pictures and all that bullshit. Y'all could go over there or y'all could search that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They had pictures of apparently the car following Quando Rondo's car to that point, and they stopped like at a gas station or whatever. It was like right in front of the mall. They stopped somewhere very busy, like in Beverly Hills or whatever have you, and they popped out and they did what they did. I think they stopped in like an alleyway, popped out, did what they did, ran off, got to like a burger spot, and then was chilling over there. And then Didi, OTF Didi, who I didn't really know who it was. I seen him on the interview when Duty Low had the interview with Academics, so I was aware of his presence, and he just seemed like a member. But anyways, was responsible for the money and was distributing it out and stuff. So there's a lot of co-conspirators co-conspirators? I think that's the word on there as well. We don't know who dropped his low or who like is cool with the gang out in LA. A lot of people saying when those Brick Baby came to the Dinos claims what you would. I'm not gonna put that on him. Like people was just trying to put names on bullets. It's like when I believe, was it X, when X passed away, and there was a rapper called Soldier Kid or whatever have you, and they tried to say he was responsible for it or some bullshit like that. But anyways and anywho, we just here to talk about it. By the way, I remember I did a recent video about like, yo, there's so many bounties with this whole Dolph situation and this Fulio situation. People doing money orders, they putting money on people's heads. Oh shit, apparently this Durk shit is going on. If you don't know how this started, listen. YB and King Von, V-Roy, they was going, like, I don't know, they had some beef. It was mostly over women in my opinion, but they beef, it escalated. Somehow Quando Rondo inherited the beef. I don't know exactly how he inherited it, but regardless. Anyways, inherited the beef, and it was crazy because they were cool ones. But anyways, inherited the beef. Whatever happened. It was like a week after King Von dropped like Welcome to Obla. It was like November 6th, 2020, I believe. Yeah, 2020, I believe he pays, right? Yeah. So, shit, it's almost like 4 years, right? It's almost been like 4 years since he pays. Damn. Sorry. The date I'm recording this is the 26th. Yeah, shit, it's almost been like 4 damn years. No, damn. Anyway, sorry. That just shook me. Pandemic, I tell you, you don't remember shit. But yeah, he seen Quando Rondo in like the opium parking lot, whatever, the hookah spot, whatever. He went to go beat on him. There was people in the background that was towing weapons or whatever. Timmy Turner, Lil Tim, did what he did to protect his mans. He hit King Von. King Von succumbed to the injuries and passed away. People was busting back. The police got involved. Yada yada. More people from that side passed away. I believe it was Louis survived. He got shot in the head and he survived. And Slutty passed away. Anyways, besides, by the way, the nickname Slut, I don't know where niggas begin some of these nicknames. But anyways, regardless, that happened, whatever. The whole slide for Vaughn thing was going on. You know, YB was being very disrespectful at this point, even though he's on house arrest with Bring the Hook, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, this a squid came, old block pack get rolled up, murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get folded up. You know what I'm saying? So, stuff like that happened, whatever. The beef intensified. Now, of course, it was Quando and Lil Tim, and Quando didn't help because he dropped the song End of Story, which was a play on Crazy Story. He might not admit it, but let's keep it a buck. He was mentioning the situation. With that being said, that happened. There has been a lot of attempts on Quando Rondo's life. There was at a gas station and like 50 shots went off. Like, there were so many situations. I'm like, Quando, you keep talking about it, you keep this and that, nigga, people gonna be after you. You know? So it all basically came together when he was in LA for that situation. You know, people was trying to get him, and of course his cousin Lil Pab passed away. A lot of people try to equate it to something else. Apparently Lil Pab could have ran off on the plug or whatever. He had his own dealings, he had his own beef or whatever happened. I don't know, but apparently we see them boys was following him and trying to get to Quando. Now there's like some proof towards it. So let's fast forward. Let's get more to Durk. I kind of just broke down that whole situation. I'll go more into detail about the other individuals in another video, but let's get more to Durk. So of course they're saying co-conspirator one is the person with all the money who could do stuff and promise record label deals. It was in the indictment, and it is Durk. Especially all these motherfuckers have ties to OTF. Like, come on, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that is Durk. So Durk was, if we're just looking at it, it's most likely tied to him. To be fair, with the O Block thing that happened with FBG Duck, Durk and D-Thang could have been tied to it as well, but D-Thang passed away, and I think they left Durk alone. I think, honestly, this has just been accumulating and accumulating over time until they finally got this dude. Honestly, too, and when you really look at it, because I remember I did a video, hopefully it is out before this video comes out, when FBG Duck's mom was upset that Durk was putting Duck. He put Duck, JoJo, other people as well in this little like Chicago collage of lost legends or whatever happened. Now Durk's been moving around of, you know, he's pushing peace. He's doing a lot of charity stuff. He's just on some next shit, which is fair. I remember I did a video when he's like, he wants to be known as a Muslim and a great father and fuck all the other shit. And I'm like, Durk, like, sadly, that shit happened. Like, that shit ain't never gonna go. It is what it is at the end of the day. You did that, bro. You was over that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers gonna have beef with you. Niggas died. It ain't never, like, it ain't easy, my nigga. It can't just be like this. Just cause now you grown or you on some other shit doesn't mean that nigga on some other shit. Hey, keep your pole, nigga. Like, at the end of the day. You know, if you're trying to make it back to your family, keep your pole. You know that shit you did in them streets, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas ain't never gonna forget that shit. Now, we got to this point, which now looking at it, I feel like, yeah, it just looks weird, the link up of him doing that till now. And honestly, maybe potentially they could have caught him at that fucking show, but maybe they let that shit go. But yeah, they caught him a couple days after that show. I believe his birthday was recently as well. They caught him a couple days after. And yeah, bro, it was crazy. It's just crazy. Apparently he was trying to flee to Italy by the article, and it's just crazy at this point. Like, see, this is my thing with it. Again, I'm not going to tell a street nigga how to be a street nigga. No. I'm not going to tell you could have did this, you could have did that. But if you was going down that route, my nigga, like, should have not been sloppy. Why you putting that shit on business cards, flights and shit? Y'all niggas going on, this gonna be a tax write-off. What the fuck is y'all niggas doing? But besides all that, bro, like, I get it at the end of the day. A lot of my videos, I always say, I don't condone none of this shit these people do, but I understand. Bro, this is just off emotion. This is all off trauma. You lost your mans. You miss your mans. Everybody on the internet is saying slide for Vaughn, yada, yada, yada. You start getting it in your head. You see these people thriving in the terms of NBA Youngboy and Quando Rondo. Their careers are still intact. They doing what they do. And especially you probably getting all these YB better bots and all this other shit that was going on. So you over there, you upset, you angry, you sad your man is gone, and you over there, you want revenge. Let's not act like some of this shit ain't just filled off human emotion. Now where they took it is a different level. But a lot of this shit is just fueled by human emotion that every motherfucker can feel. So I do in a little bit sympathize, because again, your peoples is gone. Like, that's just a tough thing. But bro, you shouldn't have been doing this shit at the end of the day. And if he wasn't gonna do this shit, you shouldn't have rapped about it. See him doing when Lil Pab died and Quando Rondo was screaming out, no, no, and you use that as like a drop in your song or whatever. All this other shit, bro. You was glorifying that shit. Yeah, you grew up, but nigga, you put that energy out there for. And you relied on these niggas to do all that shit. It is what it is at the end of the day, bro. Honestly, I really, to this day, if you ask me a concrete thing YB and King Von was beefing about, I really don't know. It just makes no sense. To this day, it makes no sense. It's just a sad situation. Durk, you was doing your thing. A megastar. Like, I remember this ain't what you want. I remember Durk with the waves. I remember the first time before you went in with the long ass dreads when he was on Zach TV, RIP Zach TV, to the point you just battled from being dropped and all this shit to overcoming and rising like a phoenix and getting to this point in your career, just shining and glistening, becoming the voice of the trenches. Really became the voice, you heard me? All that stuff you was doing, just doing that shit. It is what it is. Nigga, you said you was almost healed. Doesn't fucking look like it, nigga. You ain't even close. You ain't even a quarter. You just starting your journey. It looks like at this fucking point. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and act like niggas have never done worse. I'm not going to sit here and tell niggas how to grieve. I'm not going to sit here and tell niggas like, yo, you could have did this, you could have did that. At the end of the day, y'all niggas is doing what y'all doing. But see, this is one thing. Y'all niggas got to understand the repercussions to this shit. Y'all got to know what it is. I don't got to say that to Durk, bro. Durk, bro, we seen that nigga's life play out for too long. Since 2012, we seen how that nigga's life was playing out. But yeah, man, like, at some point, I feel like he had to know this shit was coming. Nigga literally fell down to his knees when the law came, you heard me? Yeah, it's a great... Hey, man, Durk, man... I fuck with you, Durk. I ain't gonna lie. I love the music. I love the music. I wasn't a fan of the last album. I ain't gonna lie. And I seen some of this music you've been dropping. You've been getting back to that slide shit. You know what I'm saying? That you was on, and even what Vaughn was on. You know, well, not slide, more of the drill shit. Sorry, or you talking more real spiel, talking about situations or whatever. I'm not gonna do that for every song you have dropped. But like, bro. Hey, man, you ain't got to do all that. I hope it ain't true. I hope that he's proven innocent. Could be everything he was saying, being a better father, being a Muslim, being a better person or whatever. He could come out and do that. But right now, big dog, I smirk. Smirk. You know what I'm saying? He said it though. The money make the world spin. The money make the girls grin. You heard me? He said it though. So, hey, y'all know it. Hey, motherfuckers. Hey, let's not act like niggas ain't do no money orders. You hear me? Shit. Hey man, we'll see what happens. Put in your comments. You know, is it free smirk or keep smirk? Put that in the comments now. Besides all that, man, that's really all I gotta say. Video wasn't too long anyway. I'm gone. Shalom Zoom. Peace, y'all. Gang. All right.